in. So I now would like to welcome my next guest into the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I believe Mike Tamburro is around the corner, the longtime Paw Sox president and now vice chair. Mike Tamburro, come on in.
Hi, Kate.
I appreciate your coming into the studio today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. I know you're busy with opening day at McCoy.
A couple of balls in the air.
A couple of balls in the air, so to speak. April 10th?
April 10th at home, Thursday on the road in Lehigh Valley. So it's coming quickly.
So what's the outlook this year for the team?
I'll tell you, we have a veteran team. Kevin Bowles, our manager, is excited. He thinks we've got some pretty good hitting in the middle of that lineup. We got some pitching. I think our bullpen is going to be strong. I think we're optimistic. I think fun things can happen.
Fun things and lots of fun things planned. We just had Dr. Charles Steinberg in on Friday.
He's the director of fun.
Is that his official title? Well, I know he shares the office with you, and you guys have probably bounced ideas off each other, but he told us about Grandparents' Day and fireworks after every Saturday game.
Every Saturday, yeah. Every Saturday all season long.
So lots afoot with the Pawtucket Red Sox. All eyes on them as Larry Lucchino was there on Monday at Slater Mill talking about a vision for the team. Right. Talked a little bit about potential locations if the team were to move. So question for you about that, and as I'm looking at my notes here, he says he's looking at a public park, which would mean taxpayers supporting that. Now, why now? Why is this different than back in 2015 when the team was looking at the options?
Let's talk about that. I mean, a public park means publicly owned. It also means that this ownership group is prepared to make a serious investment in this park. Last time around, Mr. Skeffington was asking for public money for a private park. So this will be the city or state's park. So that's a major change, and I think a good change for the city or state, or a combination of both.
And let's talk a little bit about options. Now, the feasibility study had come out a couple months ago now on what renovations would cost at McCoy, what it would cost to completely rebuild McCoy.
Yep.
You're there every day.
Yeah.
To the average person, what is the state of McCoy right now?
You're talking to the guy who probably has spent more days in that building than anyone alive. I tell people I came with the building, okay? McCoy is 75 years old. It's a wonderful old building, but it's done its job. It really has done its job. The industry has changed dramatically in the last decade and a half. McCoy is very far behind.
Would you call it a dinosaur?
Well, I love it too much to call it that.
A lovable,
okay.
A lovable dinosaur.
Okay. But to invest the type of money the study is requesting on a 75-year-old building, Kate, it just doesn't make sense at this point. I think it's time we found a way, we came together and found a way, publicly and privately, to make this happen, and with serious investment from the private side. I think the state needs it. I don't think the state wants to lose this club. I mean, I think Dell's Lemonade, Coffee Milk, and the Paw Sox are Rhode Island. Always have been, hopefully always will be.
Let's talk about the locations that have been discussed.
Okay.
We know the Apex location. And is it the Tidewater location?
Tidewater is a beautiful site right on the river, across from Festival Pier. It would make a wonderful site. It's in walking distance to City Hall. It's part of the growth district, which the mayor spoke so eloquently about on Monday. It's an exciting site. It would be very. It would be special to have a ballpark built on that river. The Apex site is a high visibility site. It'll be a billboard 365 days per year as people drive by. it's almost the gateway to the state,
Mm.
you know? And I think it would be a wonderful impression for people from out of state to drive into our state and see a bright shining ballpark to the right-hand side. Our partners, the city and state, and the ball club together have to make a decision what economic benefits are best for everybody, and choose a site, which hopefully we're not too far away from doing.
I was going to say, do you have an anticipated time frame that if you were to tell viewers in the next few weeks, maybe hear some more from the organization?
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, the next month or so, you'll be hearing from us often on what the plans are as we get these plans completed. You know, it's never easy to bring three entities together, you know, and that's what we have to do here on a project that has to be acceptable to the public, you know.
And obviously, you know, we know what happened the last go around looking at Providence. You know, what do you say to that average Rhode Islander in East Providence or in Scituate who may or may not be a baseball plan, but, you know, there's going to be a cost associated with it. And they might question, okay, well, it's public dollars towards a public park, but at the end it's private owners. What do you have to say if folks might be a little hesitant?
Well, again, I think we have to have a solid plan that works for everybody, that the public can accept, and that does the most good, you know? And at the same time, it's more than just a park. I mean, it's developing and really using the ballpark as a catalyst to help growth in Pawtucket, to help reinvigorate that city, which is going through a renaissance at types. And to have a ballpark, it would almost create an exciting, with the train station, the ballpark, the Brewers Guild, good and exciting things are happening in an old mill town. And it could be a wonderful story, you know, if we could put it all together and make it happen.
You know, looking to do something this year, would it be even next year? No, next year we are in an election cycle.
You know, I think this legislative session, you know, you wanna have some type of answer,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I think, you know, I think the pressure is on all of us to meet the standard that the public can be happy with, and deliver something that we all can be proud of.
And let's just go back, talk a little bit about cost now. That feasibility report, it said about, what, 80 million, 90 million to rebuild McCoy?
78.
78 to rebuild, with the tear down cost to build something new completely?
I'm sorry. 78 to knock down and rebuild, 68 to
for the
renovate.
renovations. And what
Yeah.
you said, you know, those are both options, but looking elsewhere is probably your top option. If it was 78 at McCoy, you know, do we have any idea what a whole new stadium might cost?
I mean, we think we could do it for less.
Okay. Less than that number. So keeping eyes on that then, obviously. Got lots happening there, and an announcement coming in hopefully the coming weeks, and you'll keep us abreast of that.
Absolutely. We want the state to know we want a project that works for everybody, and we're going to work hard to make that happen.
And you just had the big announcement of the second class of Hall of Famers.
Yeah, we're excited about that. Carlton Fisk will be coming home, and Joe Morgan will be coming home, and right now I just drew a blank.
I'm drawing a blank. Move on.
Move on. How could I forget Mo? Sorry, Mo.
If you're watching, Mo, we'll give you extra special love.
So we'll be bringing the three of them in, hopefully for a ball game, and honor them and not announce, but incorporate them into our Hall of Fame, which should be our second year, and should be an exciting night.
And is there an open house at the park that was supposed to occur last weekend?
Yeah, there's one coming up Saturday from 11 to 2, so come on down. Let's get McCoy up, opened and operating, let's have a fun season.
Okay, baseball season is underway. All eyes on the Pawtucket Red Sox. Mike Tamburro, I appreciate your coming in today to talk with us here in studio.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Okay, we'll talk, Mike. Mike Tamburro, the
Thank
vice
you.
chair of the Pawtucket Red Sox, longtime president, got him in today after hearing again from Larry Lucchino earlier this week, looking for a public ballpark, publicly funded. Of course, don't know anything about those plans at this juncture. Talking with Mike a little bit about McCoy, the sites that they're looking at, time frame, and of course, as they make the case to Rhode Island taxpayers, the value of the ball club to